tears. Black tears. We no need no more. For years upon years, we've been shedding black tears, and now we're standing in quicksand. Now tell me who is to blame? It lies with us and no one else. We shedding every day. Black people wasting away. Black tears drowning our minds. Black people walking blind. That's the wound. Black tears. Black tears. Black tears. Black tears. We no need no more. For years upon years, we've been shedding black tears, and now we're standing in quicksand. Now tell me who is to blame? It lies with us and no one else. We shedding every day. Black people wasting away. Black tears drowning our minds. Black people walking blind. That's the wool of our eyes. Our future don't look bright, but we have the answer to shed no more black tears. Hey, self-pity done, no more talk. Time for black people walk the walk and take control of the situation. We cry peace, we cry love, but get no answers. Action will get a reaction. Stand up and fight, and that will stop the black tears. We shedding every day. We will stop wasting away. No more cloud in our minds. No more walking blind. No more wool of our eyes. We future gonna be bright. We have the answer. Stand up for our rights. We gonna stop the black tears. Black tears. Black tears. Black tears. Black tears. Oh. Black tears. Black tears. Black tears. For years upon years, we've been shedding black tears, and now we're standing in quicksand. Now tell me who is to blame? It lies with us and no one else.
Yes, black tears. No matter how you look on things, how we look at things, day after day, second after second, minute after minute, we always a pop-up. Whether we score 60 points, whether we make out all of our touchdowns, you know, they sport something. Whether we make 9 point somebody seconds, and then 19 or 18 point somebody seconds. You know, all them speed something there. And all these performances for white people. And the same people them teach you how to kill yourself, not to like yourself, how to distrust yourself, and all of them something there. And it goes on and on and on. I'm saying, and I'm sure others have said it, and are saying it, it's education we want. And I'm not saying education just like the general media when the governments them and the police, when them get themselves in a twist, them turn around and say, well, we need more education. Now that's a dropout for them, and it becomes so regularly spoken that people them think that what the hell you lot talking about education? If we have started, were to start, and there's some places like parts of America where that happened, and gradually people just dismiss it. But if we were to start, they say in the United Kingdom here, in England, nothing about unite, an educational platform, educational institutions, just like my brothers and sisters who are Muslims, they have such. The children are taught their culture. The children are taught their mother tongues, and the children are taught al-Islam, as in Arabic. But they're together, children growing together across the country in community pockets all over. And the syllabus is the same. And they also have schools where the syllabus is the same, but the syllabus, they recognize, obviously we're here, the national syllabus, as well as their cultured syllabus, which them as a people have structuralized, because them have country, India, Pakistan. And their children grow up knowing them have opportunities. We've created opportunities and project themselves in a society due to the opportunities that were created, have been created and maintained by themselves, their families, their cultures. So them have employment. Them have businesses. Them have real estate, as they call it. So they're relatively confident about who they are and what their possibilities are in life in the United Kingdom. Now, it's not all restaurants, but restaurants are business. But them have the best thing, food control, garment control. So no one can really misuse them inappropriately. Because them have the clothes, the garment, but them have the food. They're like Yusuf alayhi salam. What is this? Him developed the storehouse. And them come as a people on this earth, and them like warehouse, them like stocking up the food, and them have stores, them have shops. So them provide. They meet their needs, and they provide to meet their needs. We don't. We haven't. And we all think that we haven't been assimilated due to the slave trauma. We act, react, and enact the behaviors of 400 and something years, 500 something years that is being branded into us. We have this way of falling off and going way out yonder somewhere with some decadence. And it hurts all of us, even if I'm one of the same type, have the same mentality and do the same thing, but me not get catch yet. Because we are human. But why aren't we doing anything for self? Because we not visualize the importance of this education, and we don't like being connected unless it is through play and amusement. Isn't it strange? It's just the funds, and then them got we into the athletica. We participate in that to entertain. We like challenges, but we're not challenged for ourselves. We do love challenges, and we rewrite any challenge. We take it to another level. And it's not so much us do that, the man change the rules as we participate. And I think all those things excites us and we keep moving. But the plays of instruments is good. But it's also bad. And this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explained to the Prophet, because they're chords. They're chords, they're notes, they're frequencies. And it interferes with our soul. But then these people have things called drugs. And then them have the alcohol. And then when you mix all of these things together, whoa, what a vice. Now, where are we in this thing? We're out there in the society of people who don't have nothing. So, whether we want to be, we are. Because what's the alternative? And that's why a lot of people, they're supporting all these teams, even like me. I like basketball, I like the creativity and like the expression. And that's the same thing with the music, because it's the creativity, the expression, and everything. But now we let some people come and change our frequency, because that's damaging. I'm not using that as a scapegoat, but with the sport thing, is the same. So I'm in there, so I'm not exclusive, but the difference is, for me, is I like the artistic side of that, and so does the man who plays the music. Okay, so, we buck up on that strap again. But is all these things beneficial for us? Someone would say no, like me, and some would say yes, and both is right. What is then required? Coordination. And we haven't got that. We don't trust ourselves. Because if a mother come and say this, the way we have been viewing females, it's going to be inappropriate. Nobody now want to listen to her. So we dash that sentiment out of the way. So which man now go stand up and say, yo, this is what we have to do? And we're going to take heed and hear him and go try apply and implement his guidance. None. Them ain't born it. And that's because we keep holding on to these Caucasians. I used to think that it was money, you know. And money has a part to it because we become lustful of all these things that we haven't got. And we think that we need. And then someone come and show us that we do have it. And we still ain't sitting down and say, wait, what do you mean we have it? How you work that out? And we are shown that we do have this thing called money. And we do make a lot of it. Qualified people, unqualified people, and dumb people. All of us. You see that whole slave thing? It was to work us like jackass mule. And we're good at the work. No matter what it is. No matter what the challenge is in terms of the work. We're good at the work. But we not organize the work for ourselves, as a people. But we're good at the work. And when it comes to the lowest and lowest and lowest and lowest of the work, we still there upon the work. You understand? We sweep and pick up rubbish in a man's place. We do that. And you tell you something, we do it proudly. What? There was a man, you know, from way back then in the immigration move to come and help restore, we built this country. He was posted by Buckingham Palace. He's famous. I can't remember his name. And he cleaned that area all around Buckingham Palace. And anybody who come to England and they're England, them know that area have trees. Not trees. Yeah. You go down Park Lane, Regent's Park, and just go across the way there, you see. And St. James's Park is in front. Me like St. James's Park, romantic spots. Yeah, any lady that me call St. James's Park, she knows that she's in a good place. Well, she would know that after. I'm telling you, St. James's Park, me come test one out and see what type of mindset y'all have. St. James's Park. Anyway, when the season come like now, they leave them drop off the trees, right? And that man, him know the season very, hey, him and the trees, them have communication. He knows very well. And we'll be hard pressed to see leaves hanging about on the floor around Buckingham Palace with all those trees and the wind. Yes, open air, you know. Yo, I him with them broom and them dustbin all those years, paying attention, understanding that. And that's all him do. And then him tell you, say, him a clean this thing here for Her Majesty. Yes, he proud of it and he most proficient. And all them years there now, the Queen, them give him something. Them give him something. And him receiving something and him cry. With joy. and I cry through shame and I cry with joy that I've been acknowledged all these years. Even the tree, them, if we did pay attention, the tree, them must have bow and salute him. Can him take care of them also? Yeah. What am I trying to get at? The kind of hospitality, the kind of care and everything we give to others than ourselves. I tell you, man. So, what's this all about, mate? We have these 5 man, them. I think I bought it first. You see me want to get big at it. I there upon the world news and we see this thing. And I want to find out if this thing is real. And all the black station them America that always there upon multimedia, none of them that talk. Them go talk about some brother who get sacked by a black university and doing the football and other things. And him I believe say that he should not be sacked. You know what I mean? Him should be there, him should only, it's up to him when he want to leave, you know, and all that. So they were fronting that. So me want to find out how authentic this thing about these 5 police boy them, them, who did some gridiron scrimmage and this other man, this man. And the more and more me look and listen, it become factual. And then tutors them say, yo, the person is in hospital, and then bang, me go up on ABC and me see a photograph and it never look good. And my soul and my feelings, my skin just went woof. Yo, how would I do? Because it's not like we get some licks. Him get battered. He got battered. He got battered. You know, one of the things that we used to say when I was coming to finish in school, I wasn't out yet, I think it was in the 5th form, that to give us authority is a sad day. When you give black people, give us, this black thing, I'm supposed to discuss this, you know. Control, some form of authority. I'm mad, we become mad, you know. So then when you read or see what the white man show we in them movies and some of them books, how them used to treat we and part we up and put we in cage and do this and do that to we and everything. That's something they still, that's something they still follow we in a hand with. Because you give us a position of authority and everything, we got crazy. That's why in Africa you give them and them something called them president and prime minister and everything, some form of authority, and go crazy. Worst thing to do now is turn around and give them access to arms. Right it. Him set up a militia to kill himself. When the thing is security from others trying to come in and do something wrong, him turn it around to kill himself, which is us. And then in the Caribbean now you give them have access to gun as police, them turn the damn gun on the civilian, the citizens. And them behave like say them don't come from there. They don't know you. They don't, like them come as an occupying force. Is that what they call it? So our situation, I keep saying it, and I'm going to keep saying this, you know. We need education. We need to educate ourselves because we have some great minds around and about us everywhere, and well-qualified teachers and principals and everything and administrators and so on. We're not dumb, but we're dumb when it comes to doing good for self. And it's not too late because the next generation ain't gonna have us. So they ain't gonna know anything about what was the past. Because you see that preserving of our history or our treading or the adventures, and the man has been able, he gave us what he wanted us to have, or he left some things, put some things out there and see what we do with it. And then we had to sieve it and find to clarify if it is true or not. And up to today, we don't know anything. We don't know anything. Because him give us something. Him put something there. Like he's tempting this mouse or rat to go through this maze. But the mouse, them, because of their sophisticated smelling, they reach there. Other creatures them put there don't reach nowhere now. Even if the mouse go around 6-7 times, eventually them reach there now. But the rest don't. Now we don't need to be smelling. We need to just hop off of these people, let go their coattail. This great admiration that we have is caused us dearly. Because we have great admiration for our oppressors. We do. We care about them more than them care about themselves. We do. But we don't rub shoulders with them in controlling anything. Because if we did, then it's not we be like them. We will have opportunity. That's why I don't like the fact that we play these games for them. Because they're the ones that we are playing for. And they're the ones that are capitalizing. They're the ones that market the goddamn thing. And we're the ones that feel good doing what we do. And we're not benefit. And when them ready to test we out, them call we a form of obscene names and do all kind of obscene things and set us up too. Because when them find say, yo, you think say we're going to make you work with your people? And if we don't take his girl, them set we up. And even when we take his girl, them still set we up. Because we leave our own people, especially our families, we leave them and go elsewhere. Now the olden days music, the jazz and the blues, and it weren't the same. But we had those who violated us. And the ghetto make others know. You see him? He's a Rufus. You see her? She's a Rufus. Then we got infiltrated. True to that. A white man come and learn how to play those cards. And we grin with him and let him in. And women them couldn't hold cards, so there was nothing there as an opposition. And these people happen to be these European Askanakis. Everywhere. And we're still nowhere. Them took the basketball from we and create a thing called Globetrotters. While we're having fun, they establish themselves much more how they can accommodate us in this thing called NBA that is here now. And they never want no black person. None. All of a sudden their pockets them couldn't hold the dollars. But what them had to do is get the same police them and soldiers them to make sure that them can accommodate us to cross certain areas as players. Because even though they don't want us, they still come to the arena where they put on the show them. And it's for us to show how great athletes we are. And that has not changed from the 30s until today. They made it difficult for us, more difficult for us, to have what them call an athletic scholarship. But we broke that barrier. And it was meant to show that we are intelligent. Nah, it only was used by some to say that we can still break his barrier. Because it's like, go there and don't go somewhere else. Go for the sports scholarship. Forget the rest. And then the African, our brothers, our fathers and our mothers came into United States and went straight into universities, straight into college and straight into universities, and didn't look at no sports scholarship. 20 years of this, then people start thinking like, wait a minute. And there was a change. There was a change. Young people start realizing, listen, it's not basketball and football is going to make me somebody. And that was the clash between Garvey and Du Bois and all these other alleged, they were well educated, but them never had no sense. Garvey, the roots man, was saying, stop admiring that man and his thing. We will get there. The others was going, oh, Mr. Bourgeois, you see this man, and so forth. We're still there today in that same mentality. We still have that. We still have that problem. We still have that problem. We haven't moved on. And to think that this young man coming right back here have died. And we had the experience that got blown out because it's always been happening, but something happened at that particular time, space and time, where George Floyd, Emil Taylor should have done it, and others, but George Floyd and the brother with the police then beat him up, but Rodney King and others, you understand? And it goes on and on and on. So the amendment hasn't happened. Them dodge all of that and gone somewhere else. Then put some black woman there saying that they would leave that to her. Leave what? Them say that their amendment to the Constitution in relation to 1/3 or 1/5 or something human being and all them something they need to be changed. It hasn't happened and it will not happen. Nero got moved out by tricks. Got moved out. And we're here now with 5. Not 1, not 2, 5 of our own. Not 5 and 3 or 2, no, 5. Complete deck of our own. Responding and have responded to us like whatever. That gives rise to those who have been doing it, wish to do it, and have said to hell with them Negroes. And we're not understanding. The floodgates were open, and now it's wide open, the key and the lock gone. The keys and the lock have gone. And then we take a peep over at Palestine. And this man that's always there, beating up my brothers and sisters, old and young, is back. Doing what he normally does. Now, no one knows if this thing is factual or not, saying that some person killed 8 persons. But yet still, they miss something, as in to say that Hezbollah have sent some rockets into their place. That one they soon come, because and now the young generation, allegedly saying, is said by the news of America, that all the areas them in Al-Quds at Jerusalem is theirs. That they're the rightful heirs, and they don't want to go through all of this sharing nothing. And this ultra rare, and the police force and everything, they're saying yes. And they're beating up and removing Palestinians from their homes. Just like that. And this America, this guy just happened to be in the vicinity. So before him come and drop some weight upon them, this man who knows how to do this thing, him know the Hollywood thing, him know the Brownstein and the Ringstein business, and him know what a guy that make Encounter. Him know all these theatrics. Yahoo. And him do him thing before the man land. I was in Egypt to come in. I saw them stay now. So my generation now that know these little tactics, little things from afar. The ones above me are dead and out. And even me, we had to go dead out. So which generation go come and give these young people them now some strength? And for us, which generation come to inform us about the inappropriateness of ourselves and the way we've been treated by these other people, and we need to buck up with ideas and everything. And now one of the young people I say it's a long thing. They're not there for the long talk because they can't see nothing. We ain't got no schools, no college. Oh gosh, man, and you can't talk about university. But then another young black child are gonna say, yeah, we have Oxford, we have Cambridge, mate. And I said, but that's not ours. They're not ours. Yeah, but we can go there. So you see, no, they don't understand the legit. Listen, problems again. And then he's turning around and saying, we're not in the business. He said, yeah, man, Michael have a thing down the road, you know. And Pete and we say, which thing down the road? He must suffer, him can't pay the rated rent. He must suffer. He must take Beverly and Susan money every rated week and cover the rent. Him should just close down. Him just want to make people, him like when I try to do, but him don't understand how to do what him like. It's not working. Every week him there from Beverly and Susan and everything, forget our money to rate, pay the rent for him to stay there, prop him up, and him a look good in the area with 2 yam and 2 dashing and a whole heap of conversation. The money now work. And can't just about live this authority. It's not working. If them 2 women stop game, him can't pay the rent, the people go come back and take the place off him and everything. And that is that. How much years now I said that him go travel. Him a dream that him go travel and go talk to somebody who deal with some farming, and he don't know how the hell, he don't have the money. So even if he went and talked to everybody,
Him have no money for import the things them. Then if him do import the thing, that me have no place to keep the things them. Yo, we don't have them skills. And we're not proficient. So it's not that people ain't trying, but we don't have the skills. And we're not proficient. And then they don't want to read with us about Yusuf Salam. Because you're not getting these guidance from no Bible. So you don't have to be a Muslim to get the guidance. All you have to do is listen to us. Listen to us. Allow us to have the platforms them and come and teach and want to pay attention. We're not coming to tell you about we are rebel and we're going to beat down Babylon and rip down Buckingham. No, leave that backside alone. We're going to big up ourselves and learn to trust ourselves and learn to be resourceful to ourselves. And that we want to teach it to do. Teach ourselves to do. But the other one who had chat all these other things, what the hell have he done? Him keep telling you about everybody's business. Him keep telling you how they manufacture this, that. And how come you don't know how for we to be manufacturing that. So when you mind of the rotted people business and not fix our own business, why we not take time to keep listening to that? It's an empty vessel. But it does what? It entertains. You tell the people about how the white man in what knickers him wearing, what him and everything. And somebody should say, so what should we do? But no one does because you're just being entertained. And that's at the lowest level. That's not no high standard. It's not. But then someone is saying, you're always so blasted critical. There's nothing about being critical. It's factual. Open your eyes to yourself and your ears and rewind the tapes, them in the videos, and look at the charismatic things. Forget that, them symbolism. Then listen to the content of what is being displayed to you. You'll find out that it's empty. Right, my grandparents, man, they never teach me to be a fool. You understand? They teach you how to cook. You understand? How to put the vegetables and everything. Yo, so we get a learning. And then we come independent of the understanding. But all this other hoo-ha-ha-ha, it's just like the same man who tell us that milk and honey is coming. A lot of people still waiting for that. They're waiting for the milk and the honey to arrive. And it's here already, you know. But they're waiting because the promises are comfort to a fool. And then with all the German rhymes that go along with this, makes you just become stagnant. And we are people that are vocal. But when people that talk to us, all of a sudden we become dumb. No one gets up and say, yo, explain the thing to me properly, man. Me here we are saying, no, but you're not showing me how to do it. I want to know how to do it. I want to know how to apply myself to that something there and make a life for my family. See? Nah. You just leave there and go back and do what the hell you was doing, and tomorrow, big up the same person, keep chatting everything that the person said, and become just like the person and not applying nothing. But 1 out of the 5 will try to dress like the person. Yes, mimic the person. Then always on the other side now, you have Rasta try to tell you, say, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. And you're thinking like, yo, that they too deep. I tell you, Marcia, come again, man.
no more. For years upon years, we've been shedding black tears, and now we're standing in quicksand. Now tell me who is to blame? It lies with us and no one else. We shedding every day, black people wasting away, black tears drowning our minds, black people walking blind. That's the wool of our eyes. Our future don't look bright, but we have the answer to shed no more black tears. Hey, self-pity done, no more talk. Time for black people walk the walk and take control of the situation. We cry peace, we cry love, but get no answer. Action will get a reaction. Stand up and fight, and that will stop the black tears. We shedding every day. We will stop wasting away. No more cloud in our minds. No more.
Yeah, you see them lyrics there? You see them type of music, this type of music and the lyrical content and everything. The man just turn on and say, yo, we don't want to hear no more something like that. And I'm work, you know, and work hard. He worked hard, I tell you. And worked so hard for it that by the time he reached where he want to get, and got way in a twist. And them turn our young people them like the Yankee man them. Huh? So them all challenging and butting head against the next one and so forth. And it just went like that. And it just get so bad. You understand? So everybody had this, everybody else. And they all want the same tuppence that this one have, you know. And it goes on and on and on. And next thing, you know, them grab with girls them and change, confuse everybody to reality. Next thing, you know, them take off them clothes. Hey. And that went on straight in the backyard. And Prime Minister, culture attaché, everybody behave like them can't see. Huh? So you know, say that somebody over there milk him. Yes, oh come on. Them wanking him off and them feel good. Him feel good. He might get some that him wife na game. Huh? His wife talking about her Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and this girl I say, come and let me show you what Jesus Christ is. So him dip on that. So he went do the right thing. And these are the people them who's supposed to be the politician. These are the leaders and the people that we are waiting for things to happen. You understand? It's nothing there is good. Is it factual what I just said? Yeah, of course it is. And everybody know. Come. See, all of that go on all the while, you know. You understand? Mother hold a belly and ball over here, so so much people them I go corner, go police station, then finish up at the corner and everything, and the police I tell the people them for go home and everything. Next thing you know, our road lead to the coroner's place. Then go to the coroner place and them tell us say accidental death, this, that, the other. And then when it's ourselves, them say, yo, it's stabbing him dead and rare. Can you help the people, help us to disperse the people them? So we come out and tell the people them, listen, we have it under control, please go home and everything. And we depart. So when we depart now, that's it. It's departure, you know. That's it. We don't hear no more about little girl up at the school and this thing. It's just, it's just been isolated. You know what I mean? Divide and rule. It's been isolated and everything. And we don't use the platforms that we have properly so that we're spontaneously, constantly informed. We've been brought up to date. You know what I mean? No matter everything, 3-4 years gone and we still await, like the Grenfell, we are informed. No, we do this now and talk about this person who have blue knickers and red hair. And another one who take off everything and get this man bun on the stage and so forth and so forth. And everything, we're good at all that backside stupidness. And that's supposed to be something that's like, it thrills us. Then some girls, them come now and take and put on G-strings and everything and go up on royalty, Twitter, YouTube, all kind of royalty thing. They don't get banned. But Trump get banned. But these one here with them provocativeness and them nakedness and everything, and they're black. They're black. Black girls don't have no respect for themselves and don't understand that that's something that they're exposing and carrying on is what brings in the next generation. Okay, so you violate that and disrespect that. Which man, hear me now, which man in a rightful sense is going to say to you, really say to you, him love you? Which love? It mean he want to sex you and him love sexing you. Him, you hear that? Him love sexing, him not love you. Which love? There's nothing that you got they call private. And you're not embarrassed. Because if you was to be embarrassed, you would not put it on multimedia platform. And then so you put it up there and it gone to 1.5 million. Then you grin your face with your friend them that you have so much hits. You see? Lawless and disrespectfulness. And no pastor, no reverend, no politician, nobody. And over here we feel the pain. And we can understand the insensitive nature of what just took place with 5 of us, 6 of us, 5 against 1. Definitely murder. I mean, it's not 10 to 1 in us, 5. Out of them 5, one could have turned around and say, yo, hold on, man, hold on. Relax yourself. Nah, that nerve was not there. Because the people them big up themselves, reel up themselves aware, because this one I tell story. Story time. Yeah, you see the man that drill my ex-woman, And it just go on and them say, cha, make we find him. Make we find him. Now, all that talking now is just tell me, say, that they with me. And then when we say, see the boy there? I'm the first one to assault the person. I'm sure we're going to hear how God-fearing they grew up. Natural. Pastors.
Your son got mama, I say you want son, and you got cemetery. Oh, mama, I say you want son, and you got cemetery. Oh, mama, I say you want son, and you got cemetery. Oh, mama, I say you want son, and you got cemetery. A few weeks ago, he was riding high. Join guns at his brother for nothing at all. Oh, mama, I know you used to warn him. Oh, take it till you got on a cemetery. Oh, mama, I say.
Now, this happened to be Things and Times, and this one is not choreographed. This is from my art. So catch it, man. Catch it while it's hot and good. Come!
From the ghetto. There's certain violence you've got to go through. From your born in the ghetto. There's certain violence you've got to go through.
Yeah, man. Knife man. Liar. You understand? Yeah, man. Greedy man. Everybody a big wide eye and so forth in the ghetto. Unless you have the experience, you can't survive, you know. Seriously. In a white man land. So whatever people they want to dismiss the rude boy them, and the ghetto man them. But that's why me put it up there. Ghetto. We are go ghetto all the way, you know. Because until you have ghettoology and understanding, you know, you not change nothing. Putting on a suit and booting up yourself and drive a flash car and your brain fry. You dumb torati. Someone come by now and give some white stuff and everything and you dip on that. You understand? And you're telling so much lie torati that you don't know what the truth is. Saying, okay, fear semen, come again. And they want to run up and carry on and push up chest like you call yourself a what? A bad man. You're a mad man. You're a sad man. Come.
Mr. Bad Man, why your heart so hard? Mr. Bad Man, why your heart so hard? Say that you're robbing and you're looting and you're shooting every day, destroying good people that passes your way. You're robbing and you're looting and you're shooting every day, destroying good people that passes.
See, we're bigger than the pastor, you know. Pastor have sense, pastor deal with nonsense. Come again, come.
Whoa, we're gonna run now. You mischief makers. Whoa, where you are gonna run when the right time come now? Where you are gonna run? I wanna know where you are gonna run when judge are ready now. Where you are gonna run? You can't run away. Run to the sun. Fire burn up there.
Yo, and this is not spread hatred and animosity, you know. It's factual. Because we just go round and round the same thing. Don't matter which time it is, man. Whether it's rotted back in the 70s, and then the 80s, 90s, and some 2000. And then but someone come and say, yo, yesterday, I know with that 2023 going. Yo, it's the same thing. Don't matter which date you put on something, the same nonsense we are dealing with. Because we haven't matured. Maturity. We haven't done that. And that's what we really comfortable about, the maturity. And puberty and maturity. You understand? Because I have to take my son now, not had to. It is part of our dean to a maturity class, a puberty class. So them understand as a young man how to act and react in society, not just in the house, you know, in society. What? All the different things that are going to be thrown at them, which is what? All these young girls that believe say that they're big woman and their brain is full of this thing. Them feel say that the little ass can go around and flash and it's sex them want promote. Okay. So if we know that as people, why is it that we're going to sit down and say that we're so religious that it now go touch we? Are we so stupid? Some of us are really, you know, we're stupid like that. If we say, yeah, true, I am this and that and other, God is going to take care of everything. Yo, God say, Him help those who help themselves. What does that mean? Him give us commands, you know, and give us instructions, detailed form, how to live. I understand how to address situations. And if we not apply them someday, how the hell we're going to get something? We will get something, but it's not the something that we want, really. You understand? So we make people believe, say, yeah, God is with us and everything. And now we're doing saying God is with us, but we're not doing nothing for God to be with us. And God cannot be not with us. You understand? It's a fact. Because Him give you all these favors and He give you opportunity to live and provide everything for us, you know. It's how we are deal with it something that counts. It's how we deal with it. Are we appreciative? You understand? Seriously, a big word that, you know, small word and appreciative. Say your what now, come again, one day soon.
It is gonna turn one day. Wickedness will burn one day soon. One day, Jah will wipe all our sorrows away, and that is when the wicked men will have to pay. One day soon. One day, you will find that I'm a play, we are play. Any work you do, you must get your pay. One day soon. When rightfulness start praying, wickedness will have to run away. When positive start to pray, wickedness will have to drift away. One day soon. One day soon. Because the fruits of the wicked can't prosper. They will end up in sudden disaster. One day soon. One day soon. One day, Jah will wipe all our sorrows away. And that.
See? And you think it's a lie? True. One day soon. You understand? Someone will say, well, how soon is that one day? You know the amount of obstacles that's been put in the way? And many of the obstacles have been put there unintentionally by us, you know. Yeah, because we run down vanity. Right? The man knows, hey, all the years that him had with him know what him do to you know. And him know how to switch we and how to switch we off. What we have to do is ignore him and do something for self. And the wisest, the best among us, you know, that's accomplished something out of his institutions should now come together. At that I am saying, man, this is with true revolution. True revolutionists. You need to come together and say, listen here. And the ones who good at maths, this one's English, the one good at chemistry, the one good at science and so forth. Just everybody get in the same space and organize. See? Why is that is happening? People like me and all these other talkatons were out there, grandstanding, showing the people them how we're going to develop trust. Why is another person talk about unity? We are saying, oh, hold on, part that one up. We're developing trust. Right? We need to be trust. We need to be worthy. And we need to show appreciation for our females. Not sexual appreciation, no. Appreciation. We need to fence them. We need to represent them. We need to slap ourselves for those who deal with them in a derogatory manner. You understand? And then we set an example for our children them to understand that this is the course and the norm of the day. You know, go out there and disrespect your sister. You don't do that. And you don't go to school, but you look sexy. You go to school to learn. You leave the house and attend school or college to learn. You know, go out there, but you want sex. You look sexy. You propagate sex and all kind of battery scenes and all kind of something. Where you get that from? There's so much we need to do. And people always look out and say the Asian this and that. You idiot. Why you look upon them and everything? They're organized. And just because we have to go to them shop, them never call we. Them never call we. So you need to ask yourself, why we go to the shop? Because they're providing things we want. Gee whiz, man. You don't need to have a RAS degree to understand that. You think the man just sit down over there and say, yo, oi, you black over there, you know what, come over here. He hasn't done that. He's saying they ain't got nothing for themselves. So let me give them some sweet potatoes. Let me give them some yam. Let me give them some dashing. Let me give them some cocoa. Let me give them some palm oil. Yes. Yes. I'm telling you. And that's what happens. And well, we know it. So now we have all these false leaders. Come something, Tribberman.
Yeah. Got to tell you, 'cause it's true. So as it were in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. With thunder, earthquake, and lightning, Jehovah dash them again and again. I'm alone in this wilderness. Lord, you know I'm trying to do my best to make my life secured from this poverty. Yet all I see around me is pure misery. False leaders are dealing with partiality. False leaders are dealing with a whole lot of hypocrisy. What you gonna do, nana? Yeah. What you gonna say? Tell me what you gonna do now.
Yeah, you see what I mean? Them thing they hurt you, know. Them stop right there. Them some people come to it. Them thing they 40 years old, you know. Where young people, listen, quiet your mouth. Listen. And that we're supposed to do. You understand? And we know these things. You see? So when all these different things that was taking place and everything, the people put in so much fear and so forth. And Pastor was on the ball. Pastor just reminded people and said, watch out. We have something here. Huh? No. We're going to keep our ears open. But this is what we're going to do now. We're going to retreat. We're going to retreat. And we're going to bring the government down on their knees. Everybody who are against you, are going to bring them to their knees. Yeah? We're going to country. And not people that shall leave them yard and go up a country, you know. We're going to be resourceful for the countryman and woman. We're going to take all the little pennies and shilling and cents and dollar and everything and put up this. We're going to take our intelligence, our mind, and our hospitality up this. The country people. Them. We're going to boycott everything in the city. Yes. And that way, even our spirit, our soul will become so refined. And the fact that we have more appreciation for all these igglers and the market people them than ever before. And then people, you see people that say, yo, how you do? Howdy, morning, greetings. Everything would all naturally start come back. You see? Yeah, just come back. Even the one who say Rastafari, them a lead it, and the one who say Jehovah, them following it, and everything's sweet. Yeah. Police have to stand by themselves. They know what a backside for do, because they have nobody for run behind. So them can entertain the what you call it, the stray dog and the rat. Yeah, the rat and mouse. All the vermins them can deal with. And the mosquito. Because we're gone. We're gone physically and we're gone mentally. We're gone. 6 months of that, I tell you, the government come to their knees. All ministry come to them knees. And all foreign exchange come to them knees. But people that turn and say, yeah, if it does something like that, tourism hurt. Tourism, what the hell you're talking about? Institutionalized slavery. And God gave some place that have everything. Everything. And you're still not using it. Because you think, say, white man can only help me. White man, anything white man is involved in, if you come here, we're good. It's not. It hasn't changed. It hasn't showed no sign of what you're dreaming of and you want to speak about. Because it hasn't. So to hell with the tourism something. All my mom and father and everybody and grandparents them that get killed and get beat and everything. It wasn't for the blasted tourism. So how come modern so-called me gonna come talk about me a proper tourism? Are you foolish? Stop it. Ignore them. Now you don't have earway. Everything gone version. How long can it be a version? Easy. But him, you know what? He charters new territory time after time. And him change. That's a virgin. Seriously. You can't just let anybody come penetrate you. Nah, it shouldn't be happening, mate. Virgin don't do that. Should not be doing that. So that means that they're properly regulated and supported. And them have defense. Defense. Plus, his people them appreciate him and many of them love him. Because him do enough things for him country. Outside and inside. So, what is it that this tourism and we have? Nothing. The International Monetary Fund just sort themselves out the last 2 weeks and they will be they'll be making announcements this week. So all of those who did owe them something, you think they get let off because of covert? No, the interest still gone up, and you'll be getting your what do you call the thing? Your statements. And some of you got deadlines, so you're gonna shit and piss yourselves now. And even the one that call themselves independent nation, you realize now that it's just a word you're being brandishing around. You didn't qualify. You didn't qualify. Then let go 1 and 2 things, but them hold on to 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 9, 10 things. So 1 and 2 out of 10 is what? 2. Them have 8. And they're going to squeeze your backside on with the 8. And there's nothing we can do about it. Because they didn't carry the people in with them. Which people them carry? Even the foreign minds and local body, they never carry them. Because the foreign mind and local body are trying to work out what this thing, republic, is all about. It's a good word. But what's this all about? You have to carry the people. The people them have to be part and parcel of it. And naturally, you're going to have people who don't understand it, so them disapprove. And we have people who just changes cause anything with a change cause problem. You understand? Because unless you spend time and time again, informing the people about the changes and the rocky roads to bring about those changes. So in institutions here in this country, that same drama happens. Look at these strikes. Changes had been required, but the power up the day because of this conservative, them keep re-electing themselves. So one make a decision and the next one come and change it. So the people them say, watch out, hear what happened. The unions them say, church, strike on them backside and force them to do what we want them to do. Because none of them is telling us any truth. And that's what's happening. So now where are we? We've gone right back to the 80s. Not we. Oh, we. Look at that. Oh, my God. You see how you get submerged into the thing? We. Where are we? Yeah, where's the conservative? They're going back the country, England. They're going right back to the 80s, Margaret Thatcher time. You see? With all the union people, they must strike this, that, and that. Right? This lot here turn on and say, yo, we need money. Because every 2 years, statutory staff get a raise. Yes. So it seems that Boris and all these other people, they be not doing that. So the people them are behind. So rightfully they're saying, you know what I mean? We not do nothing. So yeah, me want to take y'all back to Tippertone. Come.
Oh, sugar, oh, honey, ooh, baby. Closer I get to you, the more you make me see. Like giving you all I've got. Your love has captured me. And I love you forever. For always, I love you forever, for and for always. Ooh, nah, nah. Loving you every day. What more I have to say? Loving you even more, baby. You know my love is very sure, and I love you forever. More than for always, well I love you forever, and for always, ooh, nah, nah, still in a different way, still I don't live where I said to play, still I don't know where I said to play, still I don't know where I said to play, still I don't know. Yes, I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Closer I get to you, the more you make me see. Like giving you all I've got. Your love has captured me. I love you forever. Girl, I love you for always. I love you forever. And I love you for always. Yeah. Loving you every day. What more I have to say? Giving you all I've got. And baby, you mean more to me. That's why I love you forever. And for always. I love you forever. And for always. Ooh, nah, nah. Till I don't go away. Shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo, I get that way. Shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo-day, do-ba-doo-day, 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 do-ba-doo-day. I love you forever, girl, I love you for always, forever, and I love you for always. Closer I get to you, baby, the closer. Lord of mercy, Lord, no one will really get the morning gleaner, no one will really get the evening star. I say we want a lot of more loving, the brothers and we can't get the tribal one. Tell them, look, don't let the get you where we're brought on our stone. Some love the silver while some love the gold. In my pocket, man, I bring me the soul. Never kill me, my brother, with the same soul. Me have a heart in the mind, soul. Me have a heart in the mind, soul. Get it now, some like it up, some music, some like it cold. But to give me my own, and now I want time more. When me go along, start to turn me road. I know when me play cricket, I know me have to ball. And if a football man, I go me want school. Me don't worship silver, me no worship gold. Me have a heart and a mind and a soul. Me have a heart and a mind and a soul. Some like it hot and me say some like it cold. Some like it hot and me say some like it cold. But to give me my own and I want my own. Cause when me go a dance, start to turn me roll. And when me play cricket, man, you know me have to bowl. And if a footballer, that goal me have to score. Me not kill me brother, rather save me soul. Me have a heart and a mind and a soul. Oh, a heart and a mind and a soul. Me have a heart, a mind and a soul. What about the heart that never been told? Me no worship silver, me no worship gold. Me time me camera, me tapping at the toll. Me heart and a mind and a soul. Oh, a heart and a mind and a soul. Now I will read it in the morning, now I will read it in the evening star. Some must say we want a lot more love it. They must say we can't take the time for a while. Don't know the ghetto, I want to run up the store. Some love the silver way, some love them gold. Kill me brother, rather save your soul. You know me have a mind, I have a soul. Me say what about the yard that I never been told. You know heart in my mind and my soul. It's just the heart in your mind and your soul. Oh, your heart in your mind and your soul. Get that now, some like it cut up, some like it gold. I'm gonna give me baby one, you know what I'm doing. Cause when we go on down, that's the turn me roll. And when we play a cricket, man, you know me have to roll. And with the footballer, that goal me have to score. You know I kill me brother, rather save your soul. You know me have a mind, I have a soul. When we play, we can't pop up in a goal. But when we go on down, you know what we roll. Oh, my mind, my soul. Oh, my mind, my soul. Now I'm ready in the morning, now I'm ready in the evening star. I'm ready in the morning, now I'm ready in the evening star. Some of us want to let the boy baby know so we can get the time on the wall. Man from near, man from far, man in the bus and a woman in the car. Sit the same peace on the wall. My soul, my heart and my soul. It's just the heart and the mind and the soul. Don't they get you a rob from the stone? Some love the silver while some love the gold. In the fire, I'm a king and the soul. I'm walking in my mind, I'm the same the soul. You know me, I'm a mind, I'm a soul. If you try to make me but I'm in the patrol. When we go along, that's the turn me roll. And if you play a cricket on the ball, we have the ball. And when the football know what we want.
Slice of the apple is there for everyone. Now who goes some country? Hey, well if I take a discover since me go in America. Hey, well if I take a discover since me go in America. My 42nd city was the most pimpa. All a 12-year-old a baby father. Them have sense in me and them have the Buddha. The Buddha will come from Colombia. You have PNP and you have labor. You have the Spangler and you have the shower. In a New York, no satisfier. Uncle Sam country. And I will not easy. Uncle Sam country. And I will not easy. Can't come to Jamaica. Hey, to the hurricane Gloria. And me say me can't come to Jamaica. Just because of the hurricane Gloria. People tell the basement coming like river. A girl was struck by the electric wire. No plane and live to come to Jamaica. Whether Kennedy and me say La Guardia. Whether you go to Miami or Philadelphia. Or Jersey and me say California. Well if I think I could discover me go in America. Hey, well if I think I could discover me go in America. Girl I tell me what love baby father. And sense him in have the Buddha. The Buddha did come from Colombia. Well if I think say me discover in the country. apple. A lot of girls me want to sample. Hey, in a Uncle Sam country. Oh, in a Uncle Sam country. Chiwo, what is that thing? Go discover since me go in America. My 42nd city of the most pimper. Check all a 12-year-old a baby father. Them 25 cents and it's a quarter. Come back at Jamaica, new $20. Oh, whatever thing I could discover, if me go to America. Hey, whatever thing I could discover, if me go to America. Them go some country, but me tell man it no easy. Go some country, and it no easy. So come again, whatever thing I could discover, if me go in America. Hey, whatever thing I could discover, if me go in America. You are sexy man, you have to go down. Whoa, no busy body, no, no busy body, no busy body, no. Busy body, me no want no busy body. 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 No one little girl, I don't in a taxi. She living way innocent lady. Love her so much that it drive me crazy. But one thing I can't take by this young lady. She won't circle and she won't circle steady. She's always busy like a beaver. Tell her already now, but tell her already. No one no busy body friend now. Busy body, no one no busy body. She's running up and down like she a taxi. Busy body, no one no busy body. She's running up and down like she a E20. No busy body, no busy body, no busy body. And listen to, I can't understand how she a run through her body like a transit van. And it's so strange how she a run like a tree. I went from station to station. Seems like this so she must sit and walk up on. If not she no have no ambition. Busy body, no want no busy body. Busy body, no want no busy body. Busy body, no want no busy body. She's running up and down like she a taxi. Busy body, no want no busy body. She's running up and down like a E20. No busy body, no busy body for me. No busy body, don't you know? Busy body, no want no busy body. Busy body, no want no busy body. Busy body, no want no busy body. Busy for me, she so busy for me. Busy for me, she no time for me. Busy for me, she so busy for me. Busy for me, she no time for me. No busy body, busy body. That the girl she no ready. No busy body, no busy body for me, no busy body. No busy body, want to know. No a little girl by the name of Patsy. She living way innocent lady. Love her so much that it drive me crazy. But one thing I can't take by this young lady. She won't circle and she won't circle steady. She's always busy like a bee. Tell her already, never tell her already. No one no busy body friend, no. Busy body, no one no busy body. She's running up and down like she a taxi. Busy body, no one no busy body. She's running up and down like a E20. And there is something I can't understand. How she a run through her body like a transit van. And it's so strange how she a run like a tree. I run from station to station. She's a this girl, she no have no ambition. She's a this girl, she must join walk a chan. Busy body.
This one they get it to all the old gates and one line gate. Cover them chest and shook off my people face. This is the doctor heard this to tighten your belt and tighten up your legs and show the people better face. Great man get free, them get free. Great man get free, them get afraid. Say gate man work is a serious trade. So be a gate man, I said you better be brave. No follow Gilly Priest and use no people like slaves. Gilly Priest barely escape him on a grave. And check out the doctor said he want first aid. I better Gilly Priest one go thunder me. Gate man get afraid. Them get afraid. Gate man get afraid. Them get afraid. But I tell you why the gate man them really get afraid. Gilly Priest by piece of tin and give a dreadlock a slap. The dread touch him up with a half a black. He come up with a travel with him left eye fat. And tell Papa you slave me all and stop. I better Gilly Priest Celtic take a trap. Gate man get afraid. Them get afraid. Gate man get afraid. Them get afraid. You keep in a dance and you want it for that. You want the gate man full your bag of cash. Say teach him some manners and you teach him for act. Don't make him beat me people cause them skin is black. Gate man get afraid. Them get afraid. Gate man get afraid. Them get afraid. You sight a gate man with him left eye fat. Him left eye looking like him a cyclops. Say ask me where him name is say that Gilly Priest that. I better Gilly Priest go and go pull and bash. Gate man get afraid. Them get afraid. Gate man get afraid. Them get afraid. They keep in a dance. Me step on the WhatsApp. Gilly Priest in a white as a big gate man. Puff up himself and lick a dreadlocks man. The dread lick him tongue him lick him head and broke him and gate man get afraid. Them get afraid. Gate man get afraid. Them get afraid. They keep in a dance in a Westmoreland. Say with a Saint-Anne or a Clarendon. Say make sure you have a very good gate man. Say don't get one we don't have ambition. Say don't get one we love beat black man. A gate man get afraid. Them get afraid. Gate man get afraid. Them get afraid. If the gate man afraid them promoter can't be. It's a gate man who really know the trade. A gate man who is a serious trade. Be a gate man and say you better be brave. No follow Gilly Priest, people like faith. Gilly Priest barely escape him on a grave. And she kind the doctor said he want first aid. And she a Gilly Priest one go turn barmaid. Gate man get afraid. Them get afraid. Gate man get afraid. Them get afraid. But I tell you why the gate man them really get afraid. Make his face a clean and my voice get hot. Gilly Priest by foot and give a dreadlock a slap. The dread touch him up and with a half a black. They come up a tower with him left eye fat. And tell Papa you slave me all and stop. He can't take no cash cause the eye too fat. Gate man get afraid. Them get afraid. Gate man get afraid. Them get afraid. Just like a gate man with him left eye fat. Him left eye make him look like Cyclops. Say ask me where him name is say that Gilly Priest that. But till you old Gilly get his eye get fat. Gate man This one dedicated to all youths who ride bicycle, you like wassas, man and butter. I admire all you them ride one wheel. This is the man called a bit called one wheel, wheelie, make me wheelie one wheel. Say David well long as it be a Miranda. Them ride bicycle fuel and Jamaica. Olympic bronze, Commonwealth silver. So all of the youth them better ride harder. But when you are go do when you're in a danger, you just one wheel, wheelie, make me wheelie one wheel. Say this is not a bargain, say this is not a deal. Say this is like having a delicious meal. I just love how the youth them a ride one wheel. Some say that them a go like them make out a steel. But who can hear, you know them a fi feel. Say if you can't do it then you ride two wheel. Me call it one wheel, wheelie, make we wheelie one wheel. Say this is not a bargain, say this is not a deal. Say this is like having a delicious meal. It may look like a movie, but you know it is real. I like all the youth, them a ride one wheel. Well out a 3 mile, a dozen ride a rope in. Say cycle exhibition, them a work up a steam. Say was make a wheelie and a girl start scream. A man take off him glass and wipe it off clean. Say them a youth man a must riding machine. Them black they round about no bus can go up a plane. Well here come the officers, them looking well mean. Them driving a them car run about the siren. To make a escape we have to ride like a team. So round the round about with one wheel in the air. Say bus conductor me say bank cashier. The full of them come and them a stand up and a stay. So me hold on for me cycle, me change me gear. Oh, touch up the angle and me flash it everywhere. Say up Ugly Park and we take my old drive. When we take my old drive, we take it from we side. The officers come, them take the corner too wide. Them leave the clinic one and ride a bank inside. Say 1 dozen cycle a steal and a glide with just a one wheel. Wheelie make we wheelie one wheel. Say this is not a bargain, say this is not a deal. Say this is like having a delicious meal. I just love how they use them a ride one wheel. It look like a movie but you know it is real. Some say that them a go like them make out a steel. But who can hear? You know them a feel. How the microphone, this is the doctor early baby call it one wheel. Wheelie make me wheelie one wheel. Say this is not a bargain, say this is not a deal. Come wheels over here, me say wheels over there. Say wheels come to run the country this year. But I know say recycle nowadays have gear. Water buckle pon the bar, tool back pon the rear. Say one wheel, wheelie make we wheelie one wheel. Say this is not a bargain, say this is not a deal. Say this is like having a delicious meal. It may look like a movie but you know it is real. I like how I see my ready one wheel. I like how Mr. Butter does a ready one wheel. Say one wheel, wheelie make we wheelie one wheel. And David Weller as every Miranda. They ride bicycle for Will and Jamaica. Olympic bronze, Commonwealth silver. So all of the them better ride harder. But with them I go do when they're in a danger. Just chop it like what's all the one car. But you just one wheel, really make we really one wheel. Say this is not a bargain, say this is not a deal. Say this is like a... She don't love him. No, she don't love him. Alright. Girl. She said she did trust him, but now she don't love him. Alright. She said she did trust him, but now she don't love him. He told her that he would take care of her. He said that she is the dirty brother, but deep down in her heart she did trust him from the start. But now he comes to break her heart. She said she did trust him, but now she don't love him. Oh gosh. She said she did trust him, but now she don't love him. He told her that he had plenty money, but when he don't get love, he say, baby, me sorry, me I'm a woman already, and he no want nobody. So she said she did trust him, but now she don't love him. No dash. She said she did trust him, but now she don't love him. She said mankind today them two one just. You don't know which one to love, you don't know which one to trust. You full of them marginal. That's why she not love him. She said she did trust him, but now she not love him. No, no, no. She said she did trust him, but now she not love him. See? Alright. Ooh. Oh baby. Well, say although she is a woman, she can't do what men do. She says she know them how to make love to one or two, but she's not lying when them say the woman and the fool. She says she did trust him, but now she not love him. No, no. She says she did trust him, but now she not love him. She said mankind today them two one just. You don't know which one for love, you don't know which one for just. The whole of them marginal. The whole of them marginal. That's why she not trust him. That's why she not love him. 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 She said she did trust him, but now she not love him. No. She said she did trust him, but now she not love him. He told her that he would take care of her. He said that she is the girl he prefer. Cause deep down in her heart she did trust him from the start. But now he comes to break her heart. She said she did trust him,
that was Tippertone in at the time of the time. You know what I mean? Rough youths, I tell you. Anyway, we are going somewhere now. We want to remind you that tomorrow, remind ourselves that tomorrow, being February, our brothers and sisters them in the United States, them say, have been saying for years now, black history. But may I say African history. You understand? Month, you know? Look at that, a month. So that commenced tomorrow. So me there upon front room, as I've been saying time and time again, frontroom.link. You see? So I have already in tune the public internationally that it's tomorrow. So I put up my something already. But what I am intending to do is not show glamour. In the 28 days, God willing, I will show poverty on the continent and in the Caribbean. Poverty in at this time, rounding about us. Not artificial make-believe, camera tricks, and all them something there. But in relation, and I keep saying this but, conjunctions, in relation to the Caribbean, yes, the Caribbean islands, we who live in the West, in the diaspora, should be ashamed of ourselves not rocking the boat of those who manage or govern those islands. And I'm saying this wholeheartedly because we know what our brothers, mothers and fathers and grandparents them on the islands don't know. We've experienced what others will call luxuries and everything that they haven't. And it's not that we own any luxuries, but we live within what one can call a luxurious space, lacking of these poverties and these conditions. We do. Naturally, we pay for it. But all of us live in a respectful, healthy environment. We do. Now, in terms of the healthy, we're not saying that racism and all that. We're not talking the traumas that we face, the social disparities to racial discrimination. No, we're talking about our surroundings. And those islands, some of them don't have the population of the top football teams at any one given time. Because the top football team, some of them can have 120, 150,000 in a them stadium. In one stadium. And we have all our ministers, they travel. And they are summoned to England throughout the years. Throughout the year, they are summoned to England. And they have meetings with the International Monetary Funds and all these different peoples. And yet still we have a CARICOM. But we're very neglectful of ourselves and our doings. So I'm going to be taking a gloss of all these things that we constantly do, and work from bottom up.
because a lot of people want to look at what other people are doing and just jump into that arena type of thing. And our children get some falsified views of things. And we don't even nurture our children by taking them home to these islands so they can get a reality check and understand and view themselves in relation to what they're trying to qualify themselves for or to, that they'll be able to do tomorrow's tomorrow. Likewise, if we didn't take them to the Caribbean, we should be going to Africa and let them see that, broaden their horizon. So they know if they want to be a technician and a doctor and so forth, the reason why and how they can benefit this earth and us. Because in anything they do, they will be doing, they're going to earn. But if money is the aim, just money, then you have to ask yourself, what we living for? Because when our mothers and father them take care of we and mother give birth to we, it wasn't about money. But obviously you need money to survive. So money shouldn't be the main thing that satisfies everybody. It shouldn't. But somehow we make it that way. So those people who control us or control the island, them is the governance and everything. Why ain't they using their heads with the money that them have in relation to governing the country, which is not their money, and fix up the place? But where they live and them friends is not like where we live. Rats and mosquitoes, rodents and us are neighbors. This is not good. This is totally unfair, unjust management, governance. And the place them small. Why I keep saying that? What kind of trouble them going to have with the population? It's like a minister of the church. They're in tune to the people them. They're in constantly contact with the people them. There's no way that any of the ministers them can walk anywhere, drive anywhere without seeing the population, the citizens. Unless somehow them live in the sea or above somewhere, hovering above the island. We're in contact. So our souls are supposed to be in connection. A country where somebody is governing 40, 60, 70, 100 and somebody million people, now you know say, that's some serious responsibility. But you're there in 100,000 and 60,000, 80,000. Come on, man. That's why I draw a reference to the football teams. And in some of these places, there could be three games taking place, or 4. In England, here sometimes 6 games taking place, I'll know. Regardless if they're lower league, them still have 20,000, 18,000, 15,000. And then when you put all 6 of them together, it's about 1 point somebody or 2 point something million people attended football. So let's be real about our responsibilities. So that's what I will be doing, and God willing, on front room. Not the glass, not the inventions, not all the contributions that we've made to societies all across this earth. Because that's what we, the children of the slave, our ancestors who were put in bondage and slavery, that's what we did. All the amenities that these people need in them countries, we did that. You know what I mean? Traffic light, refrigerator, engines, everything. But yet still we ain't build a school and universities and all these different things for ourselves. Can't you see? There's been a consensus agreement to prohibit us from organizing ourselves to that level. Because if with nothing and still an experience and taste freedom, we could develop all these amenities that societies required in that your America, and then it went all across the earth. Without us, where's this telephone? Come. And the same internet, come. Our contributions is great, it's marvelous. But true, we're not such a swell-headed set of people and so forth. Huh? And we haven't taken ownership. We've acknowledged the things, but we ain't taken ownership and raised our standards so our children can feel this and God can see, you know what, they're not dumb, they're not deaf, and they're not blind. They recognize the goodness within. Huh? So you won't be just reading a story about Moses, Musa alayhi salam, and reading a story about Joseph, Yusuf alayhi salam, without understanding and realize that there's a reality attached to all of that. But now you're going with a Ham, Sham, and Japheth, and now the Israelite man them are come with this thing, with his Hispanic friends and on a different mission. Why I'm saying that? Because they all put God in a box as in the book, showing no reality. Because all those things happen. How do you bring that into reality today? They're not bringing that. Because that's not the purpose of the people them who structuralize whatever it is. And the past is them but the same. They don't extract from the thing the realities of living and developing. Nah, them keep you there on a mystery and a mysticism. Because we all want to know what's behind that dark cloud. And then when the light comes, we want to know what brought the light, so we want to know that too. And that's us human beings, the curiosity. So once you understand that from a psychology, you just keep what? Putting it there. And those who don't understand, they will stay trapped within that. And constantly convincing themselves to convince others that them understand. What them understanding? They want to understand somebody, and them say them understand the man. And then someone like me say, all right, hold on, leave the man for a second. Do you understand you and us and me? And what is it that you can bring to the table that makes us recognize ourselves? See, that lesson is not inside of us. And it is there, but we don't bring it to the fore. England as a place is wicked. Then people down the place called Australia, they're wicked, New Zealand, all these places that these people went and conquered the place them and everything and make God obsolete because they're showing that they're champions. Them can turn is docile, so they move them to the side and do what they want to do, capture the land and and then capture the people, disintegrate the people them. But they've learned through time and history of all the events that they've been through as a people. Rome trying to conquer the world and so forth, and beating up everybody and so forth and so forth. Vikings, listen, that's them. So all I'm saying is that we need to be vigilant and understand that we have to do a lot of things for ourselves and not sit back and wait like, you know what I mean, whilst we're waiting, something's going to happen. So fathers, you know, we have this thing out there, them have the fathers support group and something like this, you know. And I hope some of our Muslim brothers are saying to them, listen, you know, things like maturity, puberty, and maturity and all them something there needs to be something that you teach, not the children so much, but the men. The men, how to be fathers and what it is to be father. But if you're going to deal with how to be father from a feministic perspective, from an English European perspective and everything, not from our grandparents' perspective, then there's still a flaw there. You understand? And how our children then behave. And this is, they will say, yo, you can't generalize that. But listen, do you go into education institutions? The ones that want to criticize me to say I'm generalizing. Huh? This is up and down the country. Asian children and Chinese children, others than us, them get puberty and maturity guidance. Those families who say, well, they will learn it in madrasas and so forth, they're not wrong, but they have a role to play. And girls also. So it's not puberty and maturity for males. But now it's very important. It's very, very important with all the he-she changes that's taking place and the different explanations that's now being offered through the curriculum, the national curriculum in this country. But then, you know, a lot of us are saying, subject ourselves to saying we're British, so our children have that feeling. And if they didn't even have that feeling, those who are supposed to be parents step off and do nothing because they're saying that all that you need, you will attain that at school. Now, a child who have child, what type of maturity does that child who other child has? Only that they both give birth to a child. And them can understand the pregnation, remember the pregnation, remember the 9 months going to 10 months, and remember what it took of them to release that birth. Yes. And then everything done there. Because some treat the child as a trophy. And the child become like these dolls. Them spend money that they don't have, that them get from employments and welfare services and everything, and buy our farms of doll baby clothes. You can understand, when you see them, you can understand what's actually happening to them, what is being projected in our space, in front of our faces. Now, who's going to go out there and spend 80 pounds and buy a Nike little booty, huh, for a 3-year-old? Is what that? So you can see where the mind is. And society, welfare services and social work, everybody's having a laugh at us. Because they see how we act and react and our choices. But with no support system, no institutional system, no learning tools within ourselves to give rise to what is evidently our culture, actions and reactions, and relieve ourselves from the toxicity of negativity cannot be found. Cannot be found. Because we're not supportive. And those who have the skills, they're not coming out and do that, but they will sit down and discuss this thing with the news medias when they have their platforms to discuss femininity, sexualities, and rare. Huh? So the readiness is important. And in education, those things which is information, those things would have been dealt with constantly in the system, throughout our institutions. And we will respect ourselves and our children for it. So you have our young teenagers who are trying to educate themselves and graduate themselves, having sexual urges and think that that's the in thing to do right now, and yet still cannot buy the same chicken wings and chips that them prefer to have than my food, because the money they're using for that is my money. Yes. So they don't have no earning strength. And then we let them, support them in coming home from school 7, 8, and 9 o'clock. They intercept the letters that comes to us that they're not being attentive in school, neither have they handed in homework for the last how much weeks. And some are constantly sleeping, dozing off in school. This is us. So the maturity is about an understanding of the development, growth development, male and female. Now, medically they say girls, females, become more mature, more develop. Their bodies develop quicker or earlier than young men. But young men urges and vision is more permanent than young girls. So whilst the girls' bodies are developing, the boys' mind have gone like boat. So when one has to address that, one has to put those things into perspective, context. The boys are ready to experiment with sex, about sex. The girls' bodies are looking fruitful. But they don't have the urges that the boys them have. So is this a mirror effect? So where's the fathers now? See, the fathers needs to be there to hold back this boy and make him understand his role as a male and to have some dignity and respect for his growth. And likewise for his counterpart, this female. She's not to be perceived as a slut. She isn't. You should have respect. And then remember, you have a mother. Hey, serious conversations, fathers. with sons. Not waiting for situations to arrive and then somebody goes, I was molested. This is another word that's been brandishing around so much. Somebody find themselves in a situation and say, yeah, it only happened because I was molested. He said, molested? Really? They were ignored. Not that molestation doesn't occur or it's not there. But how did they become sexually triggered like this? And some schools, the teachers, them support these things. They know that it's going to be a laughter. They know that the young men are going to be curious. So the more they support it, the more they propagate it. It's giving the rise of the young men to say, yo, we need to go and experiment, you know. We need to see what that's all about, man. And then on the other side, you have some female teachers that are doing likewise to the young girls. And sometimes it crosses. And until Mr. Righteous or Miss Righteous hear this, see this in the school, then there's a complaint. Until such time, it just happens. Many teenage girls have been, are pregnant in schools. And well, we know it. And well, the education institutions know it too. Yeah, okay. So, you know, this is the time of day in the season that we should be man and woman enough to go and read if we don't know. And what we shouldn't read, we should go and seek our parents. And this is us who are parents that know that we have some inadequacy within ourselves. So we should go and see our parents and have conversation with them so that strengthen us, give us the resolve that we can go and sit down with our children now and not just be brave, but be responsible and speak to them in relation to their development and what it means and how to handle that whilst trying to develop themselves academically. Because if they don't do that, what about the survival rate within the country? We don't have businesses, so they still have to go and compete. And if we don't support them in competing and to have good education, what are they going to turn out to do? Learn to be a scammer? A mule? Vices is going to be their occupation. Whether they fit themselves into vices, vices will fit themselves, attach itself to them. Because they have needs. And whilst the vice see that these people have needs, now they recruit them. Because they have needs. That's how the thing works. Let's not fool ourselves for a second here. Because I know there's the negativity of saying them can go to school and get all these qualifications, they got nothing. Listen here. If you have it, you don't need to get it. You have your GCSEs, you have your A-levels. You have them. And you can continue going round and round the country and pursue whatever employment is out there because you have something. And then, if you exhaust that to a point, you go right back into in education and stay there until something materializes. Because we pay taxes for you. We have been paying and we are paying. So you have you have some entitlement as a citizen, as a subject, a black African subject in England. You have that. We ain't done nothing undercover. It's upright. It's proper. That's me as a father making my children them understand the rights within society. When I go around the corner and do something, this is legal, 1,000%. So those who would tell you, don't matter, you have all these qualifications, you still haven't got no job. Yo, it's better to have and not to have nothing. You understand? Serious thing. And why is you pursuing that? I should have been there saying, okay, so you've got the general education. What is it that you would like to do when all this is said and done? Because this is the wiseness of education. Just don't educate yourself for the sake of educating yourself without knowing what it is that you would like to do in life. What is it you're trying to pursue as an individual? Now there's thought. And for our experience, we are the people that we having these conversations with our children. And in this national arena, these are the conversations with trust, honesty, and not going round the Babylon. No. Because the reality is that we've all experienced it. And then when we finish school now, we want to be this engineer. And we never studied nothing with engineering in school to give us that edge. We just did the general education without having an idea, vision, a thought of what we would like to see ourselves doing in 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years when we reach our 18, 19, and then christen ourselves by 20. See? And that was what we're doing and should have done. And you still a peep and try to validate Muslims. You're too late, man. It can't work. Cannot work. 20 is a big, 19 is a big thing, you know. So if you teach the children them how to farm, they will know the seasons, not true? It's like the same man who work, a clean, and sweep the road around Buckingham Palace. Him understand autumn and spring, you know. Very, very well. You understand? Oh, not to make him shame or put him down. He never had no education. He didn't have any. And he made all that time. The education he had was about in society. And that society was around Buckingham Palace and the people them that had to report to. Yes, the people he had to report to. Them knew him as trustworthy, honest, punctual. You understand? They know all of those things, which is his character, nothing to do with skills. But his skills were cleaning that space all around Buckingham Palace and understanding autumn, summer, and spring. Understanding the weather. He understood this. And he understood how to use that broom, that brush. They never had them little tweezer thing, them time there. And the gloves. And they didn't have no bags. They just had a barrel. And before the barrel, them had a wheelbarrow. And if you don't push the wheelbarrow slowly, the leaves then will fly back out. So even though you pick them up, now you spread them out. So you must understand. Who wants their children to go through those kind of trauma and yet still they went to school? They go to school and then can go to college and everything. The likes of him made the opportunity for college and university for us. What seemed to be negative was a positive. I tell you, education, information.
The world is in a mess cause all them concerned about is them pay. So them lead you astray instead of leading you the right way. All me see is that killer cuss pots and a cosplay. Nobody now, well no men's again, no prayer, no pray. Apparently I be your actors, the on social media take over, so we just living for the cloud. Oh, you for voting worse than who you have voted out. Sad to say, but I don't trust the words that come from their mouth. They giving a lot of jokes, but me still can't laugh. My would have run well long time if Jamaica was on my heart. One of the things them want me can't understand is the WAF. Everything else gets stopped, but every gun come out. I notice every man a preach, but nobody not practice. No. Them used to be solid, but now them recycle like plastic. Oh yeah, regular my ask this. Why everybody toxic? This is a big show I keep, cause all I see is actors and actresses. Yeah, what you used to identify a fool is the mind. Why are we so blind? Because we ain't got no vision. Why are we so gullible? Don't make our own decisions. Why are we so dunce? Even though we are educated. Why are we so horrible? Why? It's unbearable. Why are we so selfish? Obviously we don't care. Why are we so critical? Sometimes it makes me scared. Why are we so weak? Always selling ourselves cheap. Why are we so contrary? This world gets really scary. Why are we so cruel? Man, life don't value jewel. Why are we so judgmental? Always making assumptions. Why are we so distant?
This man album should have gone #1. Bugle, #1. See? But the forces that opposes reality check, consciousness, is what they push it on the corner. You understand? So during this month here, as of tomorrow, tonight, African History, Black History Month, we're going to run it again and again and again. You understand? Seriously. Okay. Heritage, come.
Morgan Heritage! Yeah, man!
We now see the world
Capri! See it.
through brand new eyes.
It's real, nephew. Morgan Heritage!
How you mean?
Yeah, man!
We now see the world
Capri! See it.
through brand new eyes.
It's real, nephew.
Yeah.
Give me conscience. You hear that?
Money in your pocket and you have a hot car. Your friends call you hot star. You think you reach, yeah? Look at the bigger picture. Them and we have just a number. And say we name ain't worth a thing. And if we want fame, then we have to sing. Play ball, run track and all start a thing. While them collect the ring, them and we have just a number. And say we name ain't worth a thing. Position of power, you control everything. If we not up there, then we not reach nowhere. Then we not reach nowhere. Yeah. Sign a lifetime contract. You still have a boss.
Still have a boss.
And if you violate your contract, you will lose it all.
We'll lose it all.
Yeah, don't be blinded by the.
Yes, Thursday, God willing, we run the video. Okay. Come again. Top class, top jaw, heritage, the family, Rastas. Yes, we are going. Sugar miner, victim of society. Come.
I can't take it, I can't stand it no longer. The pressure is getting stronger, stronger and stronger. Oh, Jah, I'm a victim of society. Children coming from the poor man family. I'm a victim of society. Certain people of it all and pull me. Sufferation, tribulations, all I see. Yeah. But all the fighting can my fight, you know, Jah fight still in me. Who they watch them? Say some of them try to decipher. But Jah know.
I know him say that, you know. You see these people, them there in Minnesota, even the black ones, them that are stand up and say, oh, them help put this group together, this body together to combat this and that and the other. And them needed to be supervised. They needed to be monitored. No, something come out, they want to come and say, yeah, you know, when you work for statutory employment, you know, there's rules, just like this Grenfell, you know. There's health and safety procedures. You understand? And it's not just you read them, you know, from this individual, from this admittance, do something, then bring it to me. I check and sign that, you know. And it goes all the way up till it reach the fire chief. Meantime, the water, electric, the gas, all those people them sign to, you know. All those people have to regulate and inspect and certify. So it keeps moving. So by the time the thing then is given back to the town hall, or to the owners of the property, or who manage the property and everything, all of these certificates, certification and stamp and everything has to be done. You can't just go through one and then somebody say, we can admit people in. No, go so. Nothing. And them know this, you know, and them know that we know this, so them just play the thing out. So time becomes this kind of healer and forgetfulness and all kind of thing. And then it goes into politicians and tricks and everything. And in the meantime, now somebody judge is going to sit there tell people that, are you actually saying that such and such, can you understand that this is now 5 years? What makes you to sit there saying such and such and where to accept that the way you're putting it? This is what will happen. And the language that they will use will make people them skirmish and feel say, yo, the next one would not open their mouth because them say, yo, you see how them drill him or her? This is what happens to Hillsborough. And it's their thing. How the hell we know who are the victims and is going to get something better than Hillsborough? Them already says the tarpaulin and all kind of thing. Them take the thing and put somewhere else. When it was neglect and the fact that people them run gas pipes on the open in the tower block, nobody still don't want to see that, you know. The elderly lady who made it very clear that they objected, the community housing forum objected to it. That's why the thing exploded and the landing and the firemen them couldn't go up and who was up couldn't come down. But them still brave it out, some of them. Because the pipe them explode. The heat bust the pipe them. And there was a lot of gas left. And could you imagine that the fire people them couldn't get access to the property? People who lived there on the ground floor had to admit the fire people them. So you know so that the chain of command and the instructions were not followed adequately. And what did the fire chief of that constituency, Kensington, do? Retired. Resigned. Retired, take retirement same time. Because them know said that everything land in that department. The last form of certification to say, listen here, and I can open the doors to dwellers. Huh? The finalization of check has been done, and we're happy with all the proceedings. Yes. So them know, so what them do, them put the royal body up there, sir, and everything, and she steps off. And what did they do? They honor her for her years and everything, and she was in her top brass uniform and gone. Out of sight, out of mind, and her name should not be called again. But what about all those people who lost their lives? What about the real tragedy? What about the cause of this tragedy? Huh? Then blame it on this tarpaulin something. I'm in a building that's now been 3 years. Huh? The scaffolding's been up. They've been taking this thing off on the outside of this building and everything. Huh? I'm at the bottom of the building, which is what? A sports facility. And this and inside, above that and around about that is dwellings. It's a huge estate. It's huge complex, not estate, complex. It has a sport center within it, and it has dwellings within it, and on the bottom, them have businesses, shops, state-of-the-art shops. And they still haven't finished. Meant to be taken off this pretty something that was put on the outside of the thing, covering up the what do you call them thing there? The bricks. Yeah, create some form of attraction. And their business was to put these scaffolds up. Huh? That took them 3 months. And then the work crew, a different work crew come now, who have all the right things to unlock and undo these things and take them down, take them off. But why is taking them off now? They need to replace them. They need the replacement, something to be put in the space of the thing them take off. So then there was a delay because the measurements, and that's because of my inquiries. You understand? Because more time ago, they were frightened that the rotted scaffold might come down, because when we had all the wind, the different climate. People, yo, we got through a whole heap of thing. So, yeah, victim of society. So, burning spear. We're gone, we again, you know. We're gone, left these people. Guidance.
Birds are the quietness. Foxes in the hole. Man at the peaceful race. He have no way to lie. Say.
pray.
Don't forget the place called Front Room. You understand? Front Room Link. Tune in to that, man. Seriously. Make all your contributions and everything, cause for we thing. You understand? As African Caribbean people in the diaspora. You understand? It's a black family, put it there. A Caribbean family. You understand? I have technical skills, computing skills and everything. And more of the skills, you know. So it's there. Right? Make use of it and everything. I show it up, keep going on about it because I like it and I do some things there and so forth. And right now, I look for my page and my sister look beautiful. I tell you, man, oh gosh, man. So that way I work with this February every day. We are going to deal with Africa and the Caribbean, its poverty. See? That should not be. Should not be. You understand? So I put that there. Now when I put up, me say my sister, me not put up sisters then with them breast out and them backside out and all kind of thing like that. Me not put up nothing to get people to come to my page because me I put up a lot of skimpy females that lost them sanity. I don't do that. You understand? I don't do that. I don't entertain that. So don't get something twisted and say my sister look beautiful and you rush to my page because you want to see. Rush to my page because you want to see a mother, a daughter, see? A grandmother. And that you can rush and see. You understand? Oh gosh, man. and that you will see. And them cooking too. Yeah, no food.
Birds at a quiet place. Pops is in the hole. Man at the peaceful race. He have no way to lie. Pray. For I and you, keep praying, just keep praying.
Yo, man, I tell you, man, Rasta youth, them, that's the one wicked with them, you know, seriously. Come again.
Mark my word, no, 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 no. Them a fight them mothers, them a kill them brothers, some a fight them sisters, some a fight them fathers. Who they gonna fight when the right fight comes? Who they gonna fight
they gonna fight when the right fight comes? Who they gonna fight when judgment comes? Them a act like say all of them want come sell out for 30 pieces of silver. As far as I can see, yeah, they're treating me like Brother Joseph. Won't they sold for a few pieces of silver? But where they gonna hide when the Father comes? What they gonna do when the judgment comes?
Yes, shout out where my master there.
Chapter 2, a white man's heaven is a black man's hell. No slave master wants the slave to be his equal. No housewife wants the maid to sleep in her bed. So this is history. When John Atkins showed up in our country, telling us of a land filled with luxury, he said, black man, follow me to Jamaica. There you'd find more gold for your labor. Or poor parents' work, the corn to his bone. Ever since bedtime, he's been wrestling with the gold. We landed here in Kingston, Jamaica, 400 years to suffer. So my friends, it's easy to tell that the white man's heaven is the black man's hell. When the slave master wanted to have some sport, he would heap up on our parents cruelty of the worst sort, like burn them on stake, hang them on tree. Though you're a pregnant black woman, you pull the plow, like a horse, like a dog, or even a cow. He filled your womb with his wicked seed. His half-white children you were made to breed. So my friends, it's easy to tell that the white man's heaven is the black man's hell. When the white man came to Jamaica, he told the Arawak, I'm your white brother. He said, red man, I treat you the best, yet and still he pushed them Arawaks further west. With his white woman and firewater, tricks and lies, he's told Jamaica. So-called niggers, open up your eyes. Black man everywhere is on the rise. He has kicked the white man out of Asia, and he's going fast out of Africa. With every ounce of strength and breath, his cries, give us liberty or give us death. The whole black world is rising up anew to see what the so-called Negro is going to do. So my friends, it's easy to tell that the white man's heaven is a black man's heaven.
Yes. So now you know so that the pastor would not endorse that, you know. The pastor them, seriously. It make him unemployed. So I say, guidance, God within. I don't know, something. I don't like my sound, or my sound is sounding, you know. I mean, I know I say if it got something to do with YouTube, but when I do nothing to my mixer, I mean, my sounding, yeah, is I have to do something with it tomorrow, because my sound is not the sound. It's not my sound. Yeah. The people that come and re-regulate my something and everything. Yeah, because YouTube just get involved, you know. They just get involved. They have a way of coming in and interfere with things and so forth. So we're going and we're going to bring a Morgan Heritage video, you know. Yeah, it was, the business is given to us, but it's already gone out there on YouTube. So we'll bring the video to the public and show you, say, well, all the sports and everybody, you know, that them a talk about, you know, yeah, joke. You understand? And it's a reality. It's the things that we do. You understand? So, guidance.
If you see me walking down the street and I start to cry each time we meet, walk on by, walk on by, make believe that you don't see the tears, just let me grieve in private, 'cause each time I see break down and cry. Walk on by. Don't, baby, stop. Walk on by. Don't, honey, walk on by. Don't stop. I just can't get over losing you. And so if I seem broken in two, walk on by. Walk on by. Foolish pride is all that I have left, so let me hide the tears and the sadness you gave me when you say goodbye.
Yes, Marcia. You see that pitch there? That's my system. See it? Now, when I put my instruments on there, something else take place, and that's them. That's not me. That's my system. Guidance, Sugan. Marcia.